they saying, this is nothing, we used to this. But we Joe beggars, we really don't know much about this. But without any wasting any, much of your time, my name is Makamula Morake, and I will be your program director. Welcome to this media launch of the 2026 Clinix Stix Morewa Soccer Challenge. Tournament that's been going on for 21 years now. We on the 22nd year, Brafil. This is the 22nd year of this tournament, one of the longest running tournament, if not the longest running tournament, development tournaments in South Africa. Started as a small competition, but now it's grown in leaps and bounds, and we've seen many players grace this competition and go on to make bigger things in life. But what's important is that in the last 21 years, this tournament has been, as I said, growing in leaps and bounds, and we really appreciate the coaches, the players, the administrators who have all been part of this journey. And before we get into all those details, just a special mention to our guests here. We have Holu Matseke, he's the CEO of Clinix Health Group. We also have the first resident of, the first citizen of this facility, Dr. Ernest Kinoshi. He's the manager here at Clinix Solomon Stix Morewa Memorial Hospital. Welcome. Am I okay? Oh, correct to say welcome, sir. I know this is your place. And then we have, thank you, sir. We have representing the family of the Morewas, Bobby, always with us. Thank you, sir, so much for coming. We have SAFA NEC members. I saw Pius, no, so Pius is not here. We were supposed to be here, sorry. We have Job Mkunu, welcome, sir, as well as Bob Solim Kabela. Thank you, gentlemen. We've also been joined by Professor Augusto Palacios. He's always here. Whenever there's development, you'll see the man here. Welcome, Augusto. He was asking me, why am I not in Mexico? And I said, the World Cup is over for me. We now focused on the Clinix Stix Morewa Soccer Challenge, nothing else. We also have Ronnie Mullo is here yet. We're expecting Ronnie from School Sports, but he's not here. But we also have our special guests who will be talking to us today. Robin Mudli Salgado. Welcome, Robin. Must tell you about Robin. It's been years I've been trying to invite her to this event, and eventually we got her, but unfortunately because of a delay today, she will not be with us too long, because as the captain of JVW in the Hollywood Bet Super League, they're leaving this afternoon, in fact just before midday, so she has to dash, but she'll be with us, so relax and let's enjoy her. She's joined by her partner, KB Salgado, KB Mudli Salgado. So thank you very much, KB, for coming through. Really, really welcome. And we also have the Terminator Mabala. Thank you, sir. When he got the call, he said, I'll be there. Please just tell me the date and the time. And thank you for making the time. We changed the dates from yesterday to today, but still they were able to make it, and we really appreciate it. But also, let's not forget, we've got our Pro Master, Peter Tunzani. We've got the tournament director, Mr. Phil Muhudi, who's really been a stalwart when it comes to this tournament. When we talk development, we talk Phil Muhudi. They call him cheaper. But yeah, welcome to everyone. Let me also extend a warm welcome to all the club representatives joining us this morning. Members of the media, we really appreciate your presence here, because without you, our stories will go untold. Let's not forget the Clinix Health Group staff members, our family, our friends that are joining us today. Ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome. As we said, this tournament was launched in honor of the late stalwart of South African football, Dr. Stix Solomon Morewa. So for us to start this correctly, we're going to ask, as I said, the first citizen of this facility, Dr. Ernest Kinoshi, just to give us welcoming remarks. Warm clap rounds of hands. Here we go.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. And thank you very much, Mr. Morake. Thank you very much. I would like to welcome all our guests today on behalf of Clinix Solomon Stix Morewa Memorial Hospital. I think that's the full name of the hospital. But a special welcome to our, of course, our COO, Chief Operations Officer, Mr. Kuluma Tseke, to Mr. Phil Mohodi. We call him the the tournament director, but he's also, we can claim it also in Clinix, we can claim him because he spends a lot of time with us in Clinix as well, and especially in this hospital. You're welcome. I'd like to welcome all the SAFA NEC members, Mr. Nkunu, Mr. Mkabela, and all officials of SAFA who are here today. A special welcome to Mr. Palacios. We want to welcome distinguished guests, representatives of Clinix Health Group who are here as well, community leaders, football stakeholders, members of the media, colleagues, players and supporters. Good morning and welcome to this hospital again. As Mr. Morake said, this hospital is named after the eminent Stix Morewa, and we are proud. I think we want to keep it that way, actually, in honor of his name. All protocol observed. It is a privilege to host this tournament, especially this media launch of the 2026 Clinix Solomon Stix Morewa Challenge, an initiative that reflects our commitment as Clinix to healthier communities and the development of young people in the country through sport. Our hospital proudly bears the name of Solomon Stix Morewa, a respected leader whose legacy was rooted in service, in community development, and the belief that people should be empowered to build a better futures. It is therefore fitting that a tournament carrying his name continues that legacy by bringing communities together, creating opportunities for young people, and celebrating the power of teamwork. At Solomon Stix Morewa Memorial Hospital, that same spirit guides everything that we do here. We have different sections of the hospital. This campus is quite big. I think you haven't seen even a third of it, the little that you've seen. We have actually 3 hospitals in one here. We have a psychiatry hospital, which is, at the moment as we speak, there are 139 patients today just in our acute psychiatry hospital. We call it a wellness hospital. 139 patients. We've got 17 patients in our rehabilitation unit that's a physical rehabilitation. That is people who've been injured through car accidents, various, even stroke, and who need rehabilitation after acute care operations in acute hospitals like Dr. S.K. Matseke or other hospitals. They come here to rehabilitate people who've been paralyzed, maybe in some kind of injury. They come here and we take care of them as well. We also have 601 patients that have chronic mental illness that are here for longer periods. So all in all, today as we speak here, we've got 772 patients, which is unheard of, well, very rare in a private hospital to have so many patients in one place. The values that define successful rehabilitation: discipline, resilience, determination, and teamwork are very same values that define great sport as well. That is why this tournament is so important. At Clinix Health Group, we believe healthcare begins long before someone walks through the doors. It starts by investing in healthier lifestyles, supporting our youth, and strengthening our communities, the communities that we serve. The Clinix Stix Morewa Soccer Challenge is an extension of that commitment. I would like to thank our Clinix head office, head office team, our partners, our football stakeholders, the community leaders whose support continues to make this tournament possible. I think, as we know, I think we've heard from our program director that this is the 22nd tournament of this since this challenge started 22 years ago. To all our participating teams, we wish you all the success and play with passion, integrity and respect. And may this tournament continue to honor the legacy of Solomon Stix Morewa by inspiring excellence both on and off the field. Once again, welcome to Solomon Stix Memorial Hospital. Solomon Stix Morewa Memorial Hospital. I just wanted to emphasize the full name. We are honored to host you, and we look forward to yet another memorable Clinix Stix Morewa Soccer Challenge. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Dr. Kinoshi. Thank you very much to Dr. Kinoshi. Earlier I spoke about the Prof. Augusto Palacios, but we also have other two legends in our midst. Petson Gamuzubanda. Petson, ex-Orlando Pirates, and we also have next to him Brario, Rion Cabela, ex-Vets. Thank you very much for coming here. Your presence here really means a lot. And right now we're moving along with our program. I'll ask the COO, Mr. Khuluma Tsega, to come across and say a few words. But also let me remind you, or let me inform you that due to some emergency, he will not be staying with us. So he will just deliver his message and then he'll be out of here. It's something that came just before we started here. So we really appreciate him for saying, I'm going to do this and then I'll go. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Program Director. Program Director, distinguished guests, members of the media, partners, community leaders, colleagues, coaches, players, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. I welcome you to the official launch of the 2026 Clinix Stix Morewa Soccer Challenge. Today we celebrate not only part or the start of another exciting tournament, but also our continued investment in the young people who represent the future of our communities in South African football. Today is about more than football. It's about creating opportunity, building healthier communities and inspiring young people to believe in their potential while continuing the legacy of service and excellence that defines Clinix Health Group and also Stix Morewa. Football has always had that unique ability to bring people together. It transcends language, culture, and background. It teaches discipline, resilience, teamwork, and respect. These are the values that are just as important in life as they are on the football pitch. Today, those values are being celebrated across the world. As South Africans, we proudly watched Bafana Bafana compete on the greatest stage of FIFA World Cup. Their performance has reignited national pride and reminded us that South African football belongs amongst the world's best. Their journey demonstrated that success is built over many years through commitment, development, and opportunities that begin at grassroots level. And that is exactly why Clinix Stix Morewa Soccer Challenge exists. Amongst the young men and women who will compete in the tournament are future leaders, future professionals, and perhaps even future international stars. Somewhere on these fields could be the player who will be wearing the Bafana Bafana jersey. Somewhere on this field could be the next Ronaldo, Messi. And that's why it's inspiring another generation to dream bigger than before. At Clinix Stix Morewa Soccer Challenge, we are helping to create environments where young people can develop physically, mentally, and socially while embracing positive values that serve them through their lives. This tournament is therefore not simply about discovering football talent, encouraging healthy lifestyles and building confidence, promoting teamwork, and creating hope. Each match played, every goal scored, and every lesson learned contributes to the development of stronger individuals and stronger communities. And none of this would be possible without the commitment of our partners, organizers, coaches, match officials, volunteers, schools, parents, and supporters. Their investment in the young people that demonstrates what can be achieved when communities work together with a shared purpose. To our players, I encourage you to play with passion, humility, and integrity. Respect your teammates, Respect your opponents and never underestimate where this opportunity could lead you. Today's tournament could be the beginning of a journey that takes you to your professional career. On behalf of Clinix Health Group, I wish to extend to every participating team all the best and all the success. May this tournament continue to inspire excellence, strengthen our communities, and remind us all that when we invest in our young people, we invest in the future of South Africa. Let us leave here today with purpose and urgency. Show up, support, mentor, and invest, because these young athletes cannot succeed without us. Stand behind them, believe in them, and help turn potential into achievement. The future of South African football is here, and let's make it count. Thank you very much.
The future of South African football is here. Let's make it count. Those were the closing words. Indeed, let's make it count. Thank you so much once again, COO, and safe travels. What will this competition be without the blessings of the Morewa family? At this point, let me ask Bobby Morewa to come forward to speak on behalf of the family. Yeah, it's on.
Again, I stand for the 22nd time. Saying thank you. Just getting, I'm trying to be creative. All that I have to say is thank you, because of the honor that comes with such a big occasion and the support that Clinix has given the family and upholding of the Morewa family. As team members of SAFA, you're welcome. Former football stalwarts, soccer players, coaches, you're welcome here. We just wish and hope that you make this year's tournament a memorable one. As I was sitting when I got the invitation for the 22nd time, I said to myself, you know, the old man was very passionate about development. I remembered so many things. I'm trying to make sense out of everything, but you know, I'll just have to say my piece. I remember one time, Soweto Football Association hosted the awards at Maponya Mall, I think, wherein the famous Bishop Musaswana was invited there. And I met him and he said to me, you know, Bobby, your father also contributed in building Grace Bible Church. And we also got an award from Idolachin Center, which was a church as well. And I also remembered the SAFA Education Trust Fund, where we have our Steve Compellers, who are a product of that. CMRP coach today as an attorney. It shows that the old man was very passionate about development and people themselves. You know. So today I stand here very, very proud that there are still people who remember the old man for what he is and for what he did for this country, and to people personally. On that note, Rafael, I'm saying to you, Peter and everybody else, keep the job up. You know, I met a friend of mine, actually called me, says, Bobby, and I was at Clinix Memorial Hospital. So he was telling me about this hospital. He says, hey, that facility is big, man. Somebody came here as a patient, he's improving. I say, wow, it's not actually a name, it's actually working. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sometimes you just think that it's just a building, you know, people are getting healed here. So I've got a proof of that, you know what I'm saying? So today I'm standing here very proud to be associated with Clinix. And the support that we've got from Clinix, Dr. Matseki as well, send my regards, Profil, and the people that make this occasion to be what it is, which is the players and the coaches who take the time to invest in football with little or no return. But at least every day we see products of these tournaments, you know, it's well documented. On that note, I would like to say the bias team with SAFA. My father left SAFA when it was #1 in Africa, #19 in the world. Today they haven't still won the Africa Cup of Nations. With those words, I'm saying raise the bar and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Bobby. Raise the bar, he says. Yeah, thank you so much, Bobby. Thanks for that message. And as we move along, this tournament has been going on for 22 years, like we said. That's the 22nd year. And it would not have happened without the endorsement of the mother body in the country, that is the South African Football Association. So at this point, let me ask Job Mkulu, who's a SAFA NEC member, National Executive Committee member, who will be speaking to us on behalf of the President of the Football Association, Dr. Danny Jordan. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Program director, it's difficult when you stand in, you become a super sub. So whatever I say is not because of me. I never got a good warm-up to take a field. So pardon this super player, maybe he'll score a surprising goal. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Chok Mkunu. I always take pride to say I'm from Safa Gauteng. I love this NEC thing, but it doesn't sound like Gauteng. So, can I claim Gauteng only for this today? Doc, when you're worried about the heartbeat, I'm worried about a stopwatch. So, I was counting. You had 15 minutes, COO has his 12. My stopwatch said I had 3 minutes, so I hope So, you're a footballer, the countdown has started. But I feel the team and everyone that is here, on behalf of SAFA Gauteng, I'll still claim it for now. We are proud of being part of this event. I always get invited. Part of me knowing Soweto is Brafil. Thank you, Hotman. You invited me to the stadium. Prapita is always being nice to us when we come there. And these 20 years of success says we are continuing the journey. Another fear was that, hey, Somula said 20. So it hits home. It means we're not we're growing, gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, one day I say 20, you reflect, hey, how old I am now. So we need to make sure that we leave a legacy. The president of SAFA should have also been here. He came from the tournament on Tuesday. Yesterday he was at the airport. I don't want to expose now the heartbeat dog. He's still resting at home. The age says he must not wake up early. So we said we'll take the baton and come and assist. But ours, we are saying to the teams, to the players, everyone involved, go there, shine. We are at the stage where the focus is on us. South African football is getting to its best. Our match official, Peter, they must not steal the show. Their uniform is beautiful, it's enough. They must not steal the show. Let them officiate so that the players take the center stage. But on behalf of everyone and from our side, we want to thank you, wish you the best. We're going to meet in the field and make the best of the tournament. My 3 minutes ends here, Program Director. Thank you.
Thank you. No additional time. Thank you very much to Mr. Job Mkunu, SAFA NEC member. And at this point, let me welcome to the front my guests, Robin and Dekhan. Please come and join me. Robin Mudli Salgado, as well as Dekhan Mabalani. Please take seats. Now they say dynamites come in small packages. As you can see, they small packages, but they dynamite, eh? He was called he's called the Terminator. You okay, man? Okay. Oh. Before we start with our chat, let me just tell you a little bit about these two dynamites in front of me. Dekhan Mabalani is a former Bafana player. You earned how many caps?
I think 2, I can't remember.
Yes, so he's played for Bafana Bafana. And then he came through the ranks of the unofficial South African Football Development Center, which is Jomo Cosmos.
Yes.
Yeah, that team developed so many players in this country. And he's played for, like I said, Jomo Cosmos, Supersport United. He's played for Maritzburg Classic, Morewa Soros, and Orlando Pirates. So please, a big round of applause to the Khan. Next to the Khan, we've got Robin Moodley Salgado. She's a former Banyana player. I don't know why she's former, but maybe she'll tell us. Former Banyana player. She's played in the Olympics, by the way. She's one of the few members who were at the start of the High Performance Center. She was there with Kaylin and them. She played in the 2010 World Cup.
Yes.
In Trinidad and Tobago, under 17 women's national team. Studied and also played in the USA. She's currently the captain of JVW in the Hollywood Bet Super League, and because of that team, she has to leave us in the next 10 minutes. So we really have little time with her, unfortunately. But above all, she's a gold medal winner. She won the WAFCON in 2022 with Banyana. Please, a big round of applause. Let me start with you, Dekhan. Development, you know a lot about development. You at Jomo Cosmos, and there are these players that will be staged in this, or played in this stage. Just your words to them.
Yeah, first of all, thank you. I'm honored to be invited, of course, my first time here. I think for us, development was different, you know. When I hear the word, you know, it's the Stix, Stix, as we used to call him. I mean, I was very young. We played Champions League when FNB was still the old FNB. I mean, we used to walk to the stadium.
You mean FNB Stadium?
FNB Stadium. Yeah, we used to walk to the stadium because I used to stay in Deep Kloof, lived in Deep Kloof. Brafil as well. I mean, I've known him since I was, you know, development stage. So for me, development has always been, you know, something that I think I take seriously when it comes to initiatives like this. Of course, the Stix, the Clinix Stix, I can relate in a sense that it was a different development. I mean, rural development was in the streets, or playing one pala, you know, and that was the kind of development, you know, we grew up under. Jomo Cosmos, of course, where Brajay is one of the coaches that developed me. That's where I started. That's where it all started. But I think, you know, when we played those Champions League and FNP, I think this is what comes to mind. I always have that, you know, memory. It's a vivid memory for me. To see, to give back, as we always say, it will always be something that I do, even if you know, I don't coach, but I manage players now. So I'm on the other side now. So that's also you know, a form of giving back. So that's what it means to me. You know, it's a dream. I look at the cup here, and all I can think of is the treble. I'm sure Coach Palacios, the coach that well, you know, we won the treble with, of course. I mean, it's not about the cup, but it's what it stands for, and I think this is what, you know, every young player wants to achieve. You must have a goal, you must have a vision. That's something that we also had, even though we didn't think we'd make money out of it. It was more fun. Our development, as mentioned, was in the streets, you know, but it's good to have, of course, Clinix, the Stix Morewa tournament as well. You know, giving back to the community and develop players. I think that's the main goal and the main vision for this installment.
And having said that, how then important are tournaments like these, the Clinix Stix Morewa Super Challenge?
No, I mean, we want to build, of course, you know, one of the power nations when it comes to football. So, what better way to do it than, of course, develop players and come with initiatives like this tournament. It's been running for what, 21 years now?
22 years.
22 years. So clearly they're doing something right, and I think we do more of these, you know, leading by example. It's always going to be part of this type of initiative, contributing to our football and developing our football, of course.
And if you didn't know, Dekhan is also an analyst at Supersport with football, right?
It's
Yes.
Supersport, yeah.
Robin, with you, I mean, when we talk development, you at JVW, you've got how many divisions there?
Yeah, well, good morning everybody. So honored to be here. I know you've been trying to get me here, but I'm finally here and I'm so happy to be here. But yeah, development, yeah, I am a product of High Performance Center in Pretoria, and what an amazing program, for women's football alone. If I think about the WAFCON 2022, I think close to 8 to 10 players have come from that program that have been champions. So it just shows you the youth development and how key it is, as well as JVW. JVW is one of the biggest clubs that strive on development. Majority of the players that do come from JVW, that go to Banyana or under 17, under 20, come from development. And the process is about being patient. It's not a rushing process.
And by the way, there are ladies teams in this tournament, so how key is that then for what you've just mentioned, that the progression is important?
Extremely key, I think, it's a stepping stone, not only as a footballer on the field, but off the field, being resilient, understanding consistency, and also knowing setbacks. I think it's so key that at a youth development, at the youth age, to understand that when you lose, it's not the end of the world. What is the next step? How will you comfort that player? Youth development is also in terms of education. A lot of the players are dealing with so much, not only football, but studies, etc., and being able to combine and balance the two is extremely important.
This facility is all about not only that, but mental development, taking care of addictions. When it comes to mental health, as players, you would know better about that. But let me start with you, Robin. You left Banyana, although you may not want to go into details, but it was because of mental health. You wanted to take good care of your mental health. What did you mean by that, and how important is it for people to know about mental health?
Yeah, I was fortunate to play for the national team. I had my first injury at the age of 12, tore my ACL. And I was lucky enough that Adamunati actually still selected me to play at the High Performance Center. From there, I represented Banyana at the age of 16. And it was amazing. Football was amazing. I love football. But people don't talk enough about mental health. And when they think about mental health, instantly, it's a weakness. And for me, it's definitely not. It's more about healing, understanding what's important. It's the same thing of saying, okay, you have a broken leg, you can't play. But what if your mind is not okay? And if your mind is not okay, you also can't perform. So I had to make a decision that I needed to step away. I think it was after the World Cup 2022, 2023, where I needed to take time for me. I needed to enjoy the game again. I needed to love the game again, and that's what's happening right now. And I'm so grateful that I had the support that I did have. But it's so important to understand that it's not a weakness. It's just about understanding that there is a little bit of challenges that you do face, and how you deal with it is what's important. And the fact that I'm still playing at the highest level just proves that it's not the end of the road for me.
And I'm going to link something which was not supposed to be linked.
Okay.
Gabi,
Yes.
got a serious injury at the WAFCON, at the last WAFCON.
Yes.
Being with her and seeing her mental strength, or how did you guys deal with that?
I mean, Gabi, she was supposed to be in the 2022 WAFCON.
WAFCON, yes.
The day before we were supposed to leave for camp, she made the squad. We played a game, she broke a collarbone. It was heartbreaking because the amount of hard work she put into that, and you have to play for your club. Your club is the reason that you're in the national team. So, yeah, it was heartbreaking. She unfortunately didn't travel with us, she didn't play, and we walked away with a gold medal. And she missed out on that. So, if you think about it, imagine her watching those games day in and day out, Anyway, fast forward, she makes the next WAFCON. Plays against Nigeria, she's doing excellent, she breaks a leg. Which was
2024.
2024. Breaks a leg. A major injury. When we saw her falling down, honestly, I didn't even know she was alive at the point because the way the players were carrying on. But her resilience and the way she came back was just amazing to see that at the end of the day, it's got to do with mentality. It's got to do with how badly you want it, and do not feel sorry for yourself. Yes, you had setbacks, but are you going to get up again? And she's going to the next WAFCON, which is leaving, well, they'll be leaving. They will be leaving, in the next couple of weeks. So it's fantastic to see that these things are real and needs to be talked. We need to speak more about it, but we're scared to talk about it.
To come on your side, you've played for several teams, you've met different coaches, different teammates. Obviously there comes a point somewhere where perhaps you benched and you're thinking, but why is Matlumula playing when I'm better than him? How do you deal with that as a player to have a strong mental health?
Yeah, I have to say, because it's a matter that is close to my heart. When you think of, it's a stigma. It became a stigma for us culturally as the black community. We've always struggled. Football is, as the cliche says, it's a ticket to success. That has also been something that maybe we need to look at. Relook how we define it. Where you come from, your background affects you. Most of us come from different difficult backgrounds, communities, and football provides something that can take you out of that. So when you play football, you want to achieve something. Everything is on it. You give everything. Everyone depends on you. Your family structure as well. You're the one who's probably supposed to change how your fortunes for the family, for the upcoming ones, and it's a lot on the players as well. So you can imagine what it means. I need to play. I have to play. I don't have anything to fall back to. Culturally, we don't have trust funds and all these things as black community. So football becomes everything for players. So you can imagine if a player gets injured and is taken out of the game or somehow ends up not getting there. So being on that bench, you know what it means. You know that I'm playing here. I'm not playing for myself. I'm playing for to change my circumstances. So that can be really heavy on players. And you can imagine if a player doesn't make it, then psychologically, what mentally, what that does to you as a player, as a human being, as well. So it's important to, you rightfully said, talk more about these, have engagements, but more than anything, the generation has to change the narrative as well. It's not always about football only. I think we should empower ourselves, equally. So when it comes to education as well.
And then in closing, because I see we're running out of time for Robin, just a few words to the players that will be playing in this tournament. Let's start with you, Dekhan.
Yeah, I think give it everything. More than anything, at the ages of between 9 and 17, just enjoy football. It's all about enjoying football. That's where it starts. Then you will, your chances of being successful are bigger. No pressure there. It's not about always winning, especially when you're a 9-year-old. I think for me, it's go out there, enjoy. You have the platform, you have the support. So more anything, let's give them support to enjoy the game, and everything else will fall into place.
And for me, Robin?
Yeah, of course, 100%. Enjoy it and be coachable. I think no matter how old you are, being coachable is so important because you can always improve, you can always learn. So instilling that into you as a player, I think that will be vital.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to the crowd and I'm going to change the program slightly because Robin is completely run out of time. So I'm going to ask Brafil, the dignitaries, to just come forward. Let's have a picture, and then Robin can leave. Then we'll continue with the program. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Robin. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Major. Nice one. Thanks. All right. Yeah, please, if you can just. Please don't go ahead. Hudson, Rio, please come join us.
Okay.
The camera is here, sir. Ask them to say a few words just to the players, just you've played the game, just a word of advice to the players that will be playing here. The coaches are here listening, so please, over to you, Rio.
To the players, it's a very delicate tournament, and it's you players, you must play the game and give the best of your ability. And what I want to say to the players, focus and enjoy the game and be a better player for tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please give that
Greetings to everyone.
microphone higher.
With me, all I will say to the players like this, Khan said, and the lady who spoke earlier on, that this is the learning stage. You go in there and enjoy playing this game as early as possible and give it the best on that very same day, because today is not about you becoming a best player or to be selected. Just go in there, enjoy, give it the all. Thank you.
Professor Augusto?
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. For me, the more important is the coaches, is to guidance. It's not about winning. Don't put in the player this mass winning. It's to guiding, and not only in football, education, life, and to the players to enjoy. You know, this World Cup show a lot of things, and football is not about one day. Football is about phases. You want to develop, you develop also yourself. And to touch this point, very important, who has touched the two previous about mental aspect, it's very important. If you analyze how many players in the World Cup play in the top league and sitting in the bench, it's unbelievable, but you cannot complain. This is the reason majority of players who play in this World Cup is well development. It's not about development, it's not about the job, because development is the future of your family. And congratulations, Clinix, and you know, in Phil Mohori and his team to be 22 years in this Steve Morewa, who you are the first person who selected me to be the coach of Bafana, and I always have my heart in him. And I wish good luck and all the best.
Thank you very much, Okay, Mr. Please stay. Yeah, please. Just 1 second. Okay.
No, as much as I've been caught off guard, but there's a very important subject that the lady raised here, mental health. No, I wanted to do some emphasis on that. In fact, I'm a typical example of that. I remember during my playing time, before I go into touching on myself, on my person, the lady mentioned a player that broke his collarbone, ending up breaking his leg, missing out on certain games. It happened to me during the game. The game was on, I was playing against Kaizer Chiefs. We were losing 1-0. It was a cup game. I dislocated my shoulder.
and mental health. That's where it comes in. Now I was to be pulled out and replaced. But mentally and the spirit that the player must have, if you are mentally conditioned, well conditioned, you'll never be replaced and you don't feel like going out. Now, with me, I didn't have to wait for a doctor to heal me or to help me on that particular day. I remember calling Sheikh, he was my captain. I said to him, pull my hand and put your foot on my chest and pull it hard. He did that and the shoulder went back into its position. And mentally I was healed. I continued with the game. So that's how important that mental health and the clinic, I think it's a very good combination. Clinic, mental health. And the tournament itself is talking about health what? Clinics. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to our great legends, Petson Kamuzubanda, Brother Yom Kamena, as well as Prof. Augusto Palacios. And now, the coaches, I know they've been waiting. We've got, Bro Peter, please come forward. Time for the draw. We've got 16 teams. How many ladies teams? 8 ladies teams. They've been playing, so now this is the top 16. As you're well aware, the World Cup is also at that stage. The World Cup is also at the top 16. Dikhan, Bobby, please come and assist for the first part. Here, Doctor.
Good morning, everyone.
Doctor, please move. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Tournament Director, to give me an opportunity to come and conduct the draw on behalf of teams and Soweto. And also like to thank Clinix to persevere in this journey. Because if you check the sponsors, they don't stay even 3 to 4 years. And there's no sponsor that can compete with Clinix. Clinix has been there, they're still there, and I think in future we're going to go with them. This tournament has produced a lot of players. The last player to be produced, it was Mfundi, Vilagazi, and Mdu Shabalala. So we thank Clinix. Without Clinix, we couldn't be there. Going Soweto now, everybody wants to be part, especially the young ones. The only dream that they have, if I can play final of Clinix at Nike, that they have achieved. So we like to thank Clinix to give us that opportunity. This tournament caters from under 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, and ladies, and open. Our chairperson, President Phil Mohodi, he negotiated with school that we are going to bring along schools to be part of this tournament. So instead of getting behind, we are growing. Because school will give us a massive players that will be taking part on it. So we are growing. Thank you, Clinix. So the tournament has started with more than 96 senior teams. So today we're left with 16. We started with 32 teams of ladies. We're left with 8 today. The young ones, we are more than 1,000 teams that have participated from all around Soweto. Probably we are around 32. So definitely on the 15th, we invite everybody to come and see what this tournament has produced. So on the 15th of August, we'll be playing the finals for all age groups, including schools as well. So today we are going to start with the last 16 teams. The team that came first plays the team that will come second until we reach our 16 teams. Please, can we start? Clinix United FC.
Please hold it a little bit so the cameras can see. Thank you.
Yeah. Piri Lagon City is playing against Clinix. Rockville Arsenal. Amaviovio from Dlamini. Moroka North R Boys. Mofolo United Romans. Mofolo United Romans.
Thank you very much, all. Thank you very much to the two gentlemen. May I ask our SAFA representatives to come forth?
Thank you. Yauke check. Exclusive FC from Midlands.
There's a request that you hold it for at least 2 seconds so that the cameras can capture that. Yeah.
Super Space. Super Space. Deep Roof Coventry. Deep Roof All Stars. Deep Roof All Stars. White City Spares. People are laughing when they say White City Spares. Paradise United. Paradise United. Yo, down office down. Paradise and White City Spares. Heroes. Mofolo Liverpool. Mofolo Liverpool. Joburg City Abomkaya FC from Chawela. Pefeni United. Pefeni United. These are the 16 teams that are left in the tournament. They will be kicking off as from next week.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. This is that's it, Bravio.
We're coming from 4 ladies draw now. There are 8 teams that are left. Tutash Academy. These are the defending champion Tutash they won last season. Mito Stars Ladies. Mito Stars ladies. Ekasi Mighty Eagles Academy from Meadowlands. Caesar Transformers ladies from Orlando.
Thank you to the two gentlemen. Dr. Kinoshi, please come join us. Augusto, please join us. There's the drum master.
Super Strikers.
Augusto, please hold it for us.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Deep Blue ladies. Deep Blue ladies. Professor ladies.
Professor Augusto with Professor ladies.
The last team. Pimville Fast 11. Pimville Fast 11.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Raleboga.
Do you have the completed list?
Push. Can you borrow me?
Thank you.
Male section goes as follows. Glenridge plays against Piri Lagoon City. Rockville Arsenal versus Amavio Vio. Moroka North R Boys versus Mfolo United Romance. Exclusive versus Super Spares. Deep Blue Coventry versus Deep Blue All Stars. White City Spares versus Paradise United. Heroes versus Mfolo Liverpool. Joburg City Abomkaya versus Pefeni United. Then the ladies section, Tutash Academy versus Mito Stars. Ekasi Mighty Eagles versus Sizwe Transformers. Super Strikers versus DK Ladies. Professor Ladies versus Pimville Fast 11 ladies. Program director.
Before you leave, can you just give us the dates again, the times as well, and the divisions, please?
Yeah. The game, it's unfortunate we have drawn today, then we were supposed to play on Saturday because of the postponement. They will be playing next week from next week's Sunday and Saturday. So we'll post it on our Facebook, we'll post it into our Instagram. Those who can't come to the office, they'll see it into the media platform that we have from Soweto LFA. Thank you.
And the date of the final?
The date of the final is the 15th August, Nike Center in Pimville.
Starting time?
Oh, we start as early as 9 o'clock for the finals because we have about plus minus 9 finals in the day. So we start very early. So we expect everyone to come and see what we can offer as Soweto LFA and contribute towards SAFA development of young players. We thank you, appreciate Mr. Job and Sir to be part of us. We always know that you always support us. We thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much, our program director. Are there any coaches here? Are there any coaches here? I know they try to hide. Please, coach, come forward. Come forward, sir. Just your thoughts on the draw. While we're waiting for Mr. Phil Mohori to give us a vote of thanks. Coaches? Just your names, which team you represent, and you know who you're playing against. Just your thoughts on that.
It's a privilege for me to be here again. I've walked this path, but at the end with nothing.
Name and team, sir?
Igama Eric Made, Mfulo Liverpool. I know Mzala ne heroes. That word itself, it gives me goosebumps. Otherwise, this is the game. That's all we are here for, to promote and to deliver. So thank you very much, sir.
All the best, sir.
Good day, everyone. My name is Andy Lemashlobo. I'm a coach of ICT Spears United. Oqala, ngiyadlala as a player, but unfortunately I didn't get but I'm a teammate of my winner 2018. But when I coached under 17 and under 15, I won it. The last time I won it was last year with under 17. Then 2023, I won it with under 17 and first team. So I'm going to
Thank you very much, coaches, and all the best. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Are there any coaches? Any coaches to say a few words? Coaches are running scared. They are running scared. Well, with that, members of the media, do you have any questions that you want to ask now? Or you want to keep them for later? For later. Okay, at this point, let me ask the tournament director, Dr. Phil Mohodi, to just give us a vote of thanks. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Program Director. You know, this tournament, guys, you know, Bobby said something.
Microphone, please.
Bobby said something, and he knows what happened, why he says this was today. And thanks, Bobby, about the awards at Maponya Mall. Because we're the only amateur, before I go to this thing, we're the only amateur body to honor the legends. Sparks, you remember at Maponya Mall. So we took the cinema there, then I was shocked, you know, and there were about 300 to 200 legends across, because we invited them. We honored Dr. Jordan, we honored Dr. Koza, we honored Dr. Daum, and that time, and old Dr. Oliphant, because they were busy with the World Cup. Then there were players that played professional before Dr. Kumalo, it was Sparks, Usheks Mashaba, and others. I know, I did purposely so, because I spoke to my boss that time. I said, boss, there's something that I've learned, because and I see these players that are struggling a lot. He said, what do you want? Normally you'll fight with me, because normally I know when I talk to him, sometimes way too, I don't need the third person in that meeting. And I asked him to say, I've got this 17 envelopes, can you put something in them? And we put money. Bobby was there. And there was a guy, I think journalist, you know the guy, the blind guy who was playing Swallows. And he talks about, come on. Yeah? Yes. Spear. And Spear said something to me, oh boy, I didn't see nothing. He always says, when a 5 cent die, I get about one no by first star 5 cent. The 5 cent die will go to a high. The only thing he listened how it goes. And he said, pa, I whatever with the guy, then he'll follow that thing. Then but we put about 2,000 in every envelope. And it was December time. We put money there. Others I won't disclose because media will go run after them. So what we did, then after that, then I spoke to my boss, I say, can we run a project? And he said, what are you talking about? Immediately after the late Stix Morewa, I said, can we honor this man? He said, what are you talking about? He said, this man wrote the first letter. He wrote the first letter that South Africa must host the World Cup. This man. And that letter was wrote Danny Jordan, because Danny was the secretary to Stix Morewa. But it was signed by Stix Precosely so. And it went to FIFA to Sepp Blatter. Because at that time, Sepp Blatter was the secretary of FIFA. Then, I think they got the response. Because Stix was emphasizing the issue of saying, the point, what I've read from him was saying, there's nothing, you are young or small, that South Africa is capable of doing anything. Then the letter went to the executive of SAFA and the FIFA responded. And I think 2006 we lost the bid. Then we went back. And that time Stix, I think they went to Camp Stix. You know, some of this will not leak them because our media, I understand Bravedio and others. The current media must do much, must do more. You'll get this information. You remember Bravedio. There was a meeting with Bobby, don't know about it. There was a meeting at Hotel where the part of media came at the Dr. Matike's office at Hotel. And that's where Dr. Koza and Oliphant, they came and see Stix, because it was about connections. Remember, Stix talked to Havalanche. Stix talks to president of other associations across the world. So Bona never about these few ones, and these few ones they don't have power. So I'm leading toward to 2010. That's why Stix was invited. People don't know. Before he passed on, he was invited to Zurich by SAFA to go with him, so that people must understand. And people were shocked when people like Sepp Blatter was the president, and other people, prominent people from England, Spain, hugged Stix, but not this one, but Stix, because he played the role of that. I wanted to give you the things of the background of these things, and why my boss, Dr. K.P. Monteke, he was a family and also a big friend of Stix Morewa. Otherwise, he was not going to support these things. That's why today we are still sitting with this hospital today, named after him. It will also show you that the thing. That's why Stix play a part. I think most of professional players, the late Stix, the late Screamer, the one they know Screamer. I was there in that meeting at SAFA. I was sitting there because Nekitama Lepozak, and it was shocking because when Screamer was told to choose the players, I was a young man listening, and Stix was saying, hey, bro, we're going to have a problem here. You must choose 1, 1, 1, 1. And the team that time, they were 18. Just imagine, sometimes 1, 1, 1, 1. Then Screamer says, but Chiefs has best players, Pirates have best players, Sanders have best players. How do I live to this person? No. To make sure that this it's a national team, just take 1, 1, 1, 1. Just imagine taking a team from a player from Bloemfontein Celtics, and Celtics that time he had the players from Malawi, Buchirwali and others. But we have to take 1, whether it's good or not. It's 1. So this shows it shows what the man was about. Us, and it was about our country, and he pushed that thing. And Screamer have to take 1, 1, 1 player. You know that players that are like Dr. Kumar, they were left in the team. People don't know. They were brought by UNE, some of them after. That's when there was a game between South Africa national team and the other team of the players in South Africa. That's where the doctors came in, because he was forced to take 1, 1. You have to choose between Fanny Madida and Doctor. You have to choose between this one. It shows leadership. So going back to the tournament, Peter, thank you very much. I must thank you, my brother, and Poshia. And where's Dalix? Yeah, thank you, Dalix. You know, we used to have 1,200 teams playing this tournament. 1,200 teams, the whole of Soweto. We push it where we want to get the players. I think Rulani, people don't know that Rulani started coaching there, a team in Dube, under 15. Today, Rulani is the Paradise Moeketsi. You know, Mr. Makhotla, you know what I'm talking about. Before we even built the Nike Center, today, the Nike that people see, then we had players coming there, and we're surprised some people like Spio Chavalala. I think Temba is here, he knows what I'm talking about. There's a team called Pre-Movers Temba. I didn't know that you are a supporter there. I only know that you are a supporter after you become a journalist, you know. So, yeah, sure. Then we had players like Spio Chavalala. There are many of us. Then we had players like Tulani Sarela that went to play for Bafana. There was a time that that team, then we had 8 players that are playing that team, for national team, coming from this tournament. They played this tournament. Because there was no solid tournament that they are playing. Then we opened it for Orange Farm, ne? Yeah, we opened Orange Farm. We stole teams from Jobs area. We didn't want to declare. We stole teams from Van, from Musbalsam. We went to Infuleni. We stole the teams to come and play the tournament because we wanted every child, because Stix, it was not about Soweto. That's why we'll see this tournament, that we wanted this tournament to grow. And another thing, I need to thank the media. You know, we should not take this thing for granted. When we changed the date, I said, look, now we are starting another thing, folks. Because Bafana was landing on Thursday, which is yesterday. And Luke says to me, I can tell you, if we go on with this tournament, with the launch, the media are going to choose for Bafana and not come here. I said, look, but let me engage. That's what I said to him. I said, let me engage first. I phoned all of them. Then I started with Temba. He knows it. Because I know he's from Joseph M. Then I phoned Soweto TV. So I must start with my home, the guys, Pasek guys. Then I phone Scolari. Then I phone SABC. Then I phone others. I phone all the media to make sure that, guys, do you agree with me? Please bear with us, and this is the thing. And the media agreed. And first, I need to apologize, Prof, because you came here, you know. Someone told me that you're no more reading the emails, but we'll discuss it. So, but on the good side is that Clinix have come and support this project with passion. Clinix have made sure that the legacy of Stix Morewa lives on the health side and on the football side. And we are sitting here that we have produced players, we produced doctors, we produce lawyers in this project. Today we've got players that have decided to go to school and become lawyers. We produce the players that have went to school. They still come to the field and support. They're waiting to watch and come. And they come and also motivate the young ones to say, play football, balance your education. The other point is that I want Ronnie to stand up and Mr. Makuta. You'll see that you are doing that. My boss have asked me that because he came late, I understand maybe he was still teaching. But the schools are closed, I'm surprised. Yeah, thank you. What happened is that we've announced a partnership with Department of Education. What we did, Ronnie is the chairperson of school football, ne? Yeah, so what we did now, we brought the schools on board, because you know that every minister or sport, whenever they ask, media asking, he talks about school, but nothing happened. 4 years term goes without nothing happening. So we said, let's take this advantage, because my boss said, if you don't bring the schools on board, I'm pulling out. That's why we brought the school on the tournament now, which is boys and girls also. So Peter and Porsche and Dalix have got so much to
too much in your hand. To the legends, prospects, please, you're supposed to tell them that you currently just come from Mexico, ne?
Sure.
And you get lost. Oh, you're back. Yeah. So, and we've also, I must welcome Eugene Zwane, is here. Yeah. These are the legends that normally, but I must thank the media for understanding. Because otherwise, you can see that football it has powers, you know, and this is amateur football. And we must also wish, I want us to all to wish that the Sheikh's Mashaba to recover well. Yeah, it's not well. Clinix have played this part. We played our part to make sure that my boss says, Phil, this is your matter, deal with it. And I think what we can do, even that day, Mahala Maiman, we must wish him well. That's why when Matati is not here, he went there to see. I also said, maybe we need to do wellness. They must come and check, we must just check them. It's for free. Just check these legends here for free and check them and see how they do, you understand? Because, and some of them we must stop them. We are also to work. So I'm just saying that we must check and tell them stop drinking. That thing after meeting on Sunday, Rio, after meeting everybody goes home. So there's an association of legends. After meeting, they want to blow somewhere, and I'm not blowing fair like I meet, but they know what I'm talking about. So we need to deal with those things. So mine was just to thank everybody that is here. The staff from here, I see my nurses here. Thank you very much, guys. Metron and your team. I've seen that them routine. And thank to my team. Where's everybody? Yeah, thank you very much, and your team. You know that those Wednesday meetings are not nice. Sometimes I try to dodge them, but to pull me to organize these events. Any event in Clinix, professionalism, they want, articulations. Something was done. You don't go to the boss and tell him about your story. You want to understand everything. Why are you doing these things? What is that you want to achieve out of this thing? So it's important to the teams. When you play there, play with pride and play with courage and make sure that we've invited other LFAs to see what is happening in our football. Welcome Orange Farm, because Barrow Glacier come and play Alexander, Midrand, so that they can see what we are doing. Understand? And to my brothers here, I normally call my brothers, and thanks for mentioning Gauteng, because people don't talk about Gauteng. They think that we come from somewhere. When we talk about Gauteng, they don't know how united we are and how we want to Gauteng. They used to call what of champion? It's still the home of champion. Are you shocked? So we need to come back and work hard on that, understand? So thank you very much. I think I can't say much about that. I've said a mouthful. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Andrew. I know this was supposed to be a photo, so I'm going to break a little bit from protocol and ask Baroni to come forward. This is a very important partnership with schools. Just to give him 2 minutes to have his say, because he was meant to be with us earlier, but unfortunately he was delayed. I'll just give him 2 minutes to also state his story. This is Ronnie Mulay from School Sport.
Yeah, English is a problem. When you greet people, you must look at the time so that you don't say morning in the afternoon. As teachers, we always have red pens so that when you talk something wrong, quickly we underline it. Without any waste of time, ladies and gentlemen, it has been said, I'm running Refile Moloi, Gauteng Schools Football Chairperson. My responsibility with the team is to ensure that every learner in Gauteng plays football, be it a boy or a girl. When I was approached by the president to say, can we come together and work on this project, I can rest assure you, from the deep root of my heart, Chair, I was very excited. And my bosses are also looking forward to say, let the children play, and we are so excited. Indeed, I delayed, I was not late, because we have Team Gauteng that must jet to Eastern Cape for National Winter Games. We had to take care of other administrative issues on the other side. I want to say it, that I feel the opportunity that we've given us as school sports, we welcome it, and we're excited, and we want to say thank you so much. I thank you all.
And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our program. Thanks for your listening pleasure. Thanks for participating, and all the best to all the teams. Coach, maybe this time you'll get it. But yeah, all the best to everyone, and thanks for being here. Have yourselves a wonderful day further, and enjoy the weekend. See you soon, and see you on the 15th, by the way, at Nike Center, starting at 9 o'clock. Thank you very much. Have a great day. And, sorry? There is lunch prepared somewhere.
We are here at the launch of Clinix, Stix Solomon, Stix Morewa. I'm going to talk to Kang Mabanani to find out why he's here, because he is from here in Soweto, Mr. Kang. You've played football in a development. You are here to grace this occasion. Just tell us, how was it to be invited here?
Always an honor. If it's it has anything to do with football, but I think for me, just being part of the game, I have been part of the the game as well. Brafil, the president, I've known Brafil since I was a developing player myself. So it's always something that I was always going to honor, of course.
What I heard that now you are managing players. With these tournaments, you will be there watching them, maybe even scouting them and sending them to bigger teams, even international.
Yeah, that is the plan. I mean, it's always good to, watch a player growing up and having dreams like we used to. I mean, this is how it started for all of us. So it's only natural that we'll go back and give opportunities to some of these players. They deserve it, and hopefully we'll find another, superstar in this tournament. Yeah.
As we are going to find superstars in this tournament, we do have other superstars who are representing us in the World Cup. They've seen you guys playing at that level. You've played for many teams, Jomo Cosmos, Orlando Pirates. Just tell us about the World Cup. What have you seen with this crop of players?
Oh, when it comes to the World Cup, I mean, it's a step in the right direction. First things first, I know we were knocked out, but there's a lot of positives. I saw, even what the players have achieved individually. I mean, you look at the likes of Mufukeng and Bogazi, a few Mukwena. These players being signed by top clubs as well, getting opportunities, to showcase their talent in other, top leagues for that matter. So that is, I think, a plus. It's a positive that we can take, that we're doing something right, especially from our development side, and as South Africa as a whole. We are being represented by these players internationally.
In the aspects of the game, yes, I know you are not a coach, you are now a manager, but comes to a style of play, there is what they are saying as supporters, that we defend a lot. What would you say about that?
It's something that actually I have observed as well in this tournament. Look, we're not the only one that defend a lot or play that some call it haram football, defensive. Yes, it's not a nice spectacle. I'm not a fan of defending a lot and playing, defensive football. But coaches, they have their tactics, and sometimes it's the best approach you can apply. If you know that you don't have the quality, you must not be in denial, you must not be naive as well. But again, I'm saying, I'm not a fan of defensive football. I'd rather attack, lose fighting. Obviously, tactically, if you know how to do it, you'll do it. But look, I've always said with Africa, especially with African teams, talking to specifically to our African teams, not only South Africa. It's for me, it's always been, the problem has always been discipline. If you can check the teams that have been knocked out, African teams that have been knocked out, it's always in the 84th. It's late stages of the game. That speaks to discipline. Every tournament, every World Cup we participate in, it's always about discipline. We play good football. It's not what we lack in, but it's the discipline of the European and counterparts. That is the difference for me. To put it in a more simpler way.
Mr. Khang, you've said a mouthful. I'm happy with the commentary. I hope to see you in the final of Solomon Stix Morewa.
No, I will be there. I will be.
Right, thanks.
Hey, Tara.
You heard when we were talking to our soccer legend, the Khang Mapalani. He was here at the launch of Clinix, Solomon Stix Morewa. See you when you see us on Champion Circuit. We are with Mr. Coach Augusto Palacios, the doctor, the professor, the philosopher of the football coach, professor, the doctor. You are doing a wonderful job for development football here in South Africa. I won't say even the only development, even our national team. You've been there supporting our national team. You've been helping Orlando Pirates. Just tell us about the development of football, especially when we see a Clinix, a Stix Morewa Soccer Challenge.
Very good foundation. Very good foundation when we're talking about 1,200 teams who participate, and especially from 9 years old. I think it's a great idea. This achievement, he cannot stop because it's 22 years. And I congratulations to Clinix and the director, Phil Mohodi, and his team, because to sponsor and to running a tournament like this is create a lot of expectation. And the players also, because too many players coming from this tournament, and it's important to not stop, because this is only the way we started with the foundation.
Let me use this opportunity to ask you, Professor, because of years you are well known for this upcoming youngster, so that they can know why you've been called a professor and the doctor of this football game. Doc, what made you to love this game? Because you are so passionate about this game.
One, because the opportunity to keep South Africa to me when I arrived in 1984, and the potential who I saw in players, especially in rural areas. I went to many places, in South Africa who unfortunately he don't have the facilities to develop players. And this is the reason with the population what we have, we need to be one of the best in Africa and to do better in the world. And I believe we show in the World Cup, and myself, I believe we had great players here, great potential, but still need to commitment more in the development of our players, because development is consistent. Development is not 1 week or 1 day. And not only about to development the player, it's about the education aspect, it's about the nutrition aspect. Remember, football change your life. And it's too many players, the disadvantaged family who now have the opportunity to live in better life. And the reason is we cannot only development in the full aspect, we need to develop in the mental aspect, the family need to be involved, and also to guide in players to go in the correct way. Liquor, drugs, spend wrong money, is also to guide in the player. And the reason for me is the potential who has South African players is unbelievable. And I still believe we have thousands or millions of players who need the opportunity to develop in better way.
Let's remind youngsters who didn't see what we have done with Orlando Pirates, a treble A coach. In the same roof, you were with the Hang Mapalane, the player that you've coached. How was it when you see him now? As an old man, he's a manager, as I heard from him.
No, he's not an old man, he's still young, a very disciplined person, talent there. And remember his development by Yomo Cosmos, you understand, who was the development in the country was no 100%, but his speed, his ability to one-to-one, this you don't see now in our football, 1 versus 1 in the wing, and happy to see with him, he's growing his life. But in general, it's too many players who are coaching, who at the moment is doing different job in life, be commentator, some is the doctor, some is the biocanators, and I'm happy when the player sometimes after football looking another professional who is very important for the family.
Coach, lastly, before I can let you go, I have to ask you about this one because you've coached Bafana Bafana. We are always on the ground with supporters. They are talking about Bafana that yes, they've played a brilliant football to reach the last 32. They should have moved on to the last 16. With the style of play, they say now it starts to change. Now players, they like to defend a lot. What would you say is the way now we should take?
No, opinion is opinion. Coaches can opinion different, media can opinion different. The only thing for me is we went to another stage. South Africa moving to the FIFA ranking and also CAF, and we need to prepare. Let to forget the past. Let to analyze what was positive, what was negative. Let to be constructive, because we need to always learning from the past. And in the past, we show that we can arrive in better stage, but we did well under the circumstance. And I believe what is my opinion is to prepare in time, to believe in our young player, and to believe in our player. He can play a local or he can play overseas, but let's to believe in ourselves.
I said lastly, but I forgot. I can't say lastly without talking about your academy, Augusto Palacios Academy. You are doing a great job for youngsters. There are other players at home who wants to join Augusto Palacios because they know it's not only about football. You also taught them how to behave and also take them to school.
Yes, Augusto Palacio Apprentice Academy is the academy who we not only growing players in the football, we also growing in the players in the future life, about education, about family aspect, about the importance who is the human being. And we always welcome to any player who like to development. We in Mayfair, in Johannesburg Secondary School, and also you can looking us, in 082 977-735, to our administrator. We there every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 4 o'clock and Saturday 9 o'clock. And our objective is to development the player and the human being.
Coach, thanks very much to give us your opportunity to talk to you.
Thank you to you all. It's my pleasure to talk to you.
Thanks, Coach. You heard when we were coaching to Coach, Professor Dr. Augusto Palacios. He also gave you his contact numbers if you want your player to join Augusto Palacios Apprentice Academy. He gave you the numbers. Please do so. Your team, your player won't regret. See you when you see us on Champion Circuit. We are here at the launch of Clinix Solomon Stix Morewa. I'm with the chairman of school sports, Mr. Ronnie Moloi. Mr. Ronnie, it's my pleasure today for talking to you. I heard Mr. Phil Mukhori has invited you, a local football association, to be part of a Clinix Solomon Stix Morewa. How do you feel about it?
Thank you, Coach. In fact, it's very exciting that I'm meeting you once more again, and you always give us an opportunity to demonstrate what we do as school sports. Nevertheless, and we are too excited as school sports to be part of the tournament. And we can't wait, Coach, to showcase our talent through our children, and from Soweto to all the corners of it, we will make sure that all the children that are supposed to take part are taking part in this tournament. We are so excited and we are looking forward, Mr. Coach.
Today also there were soccer legends and the doctors. They were also here to grace this occasion. How was it for you to be with them in the same room?
Thank you so much. And I felt so much honored. I feel so much important, and it was a blessing to some of us because, you know, during the yesteryears, those guys, they've graced our screen on our television, and for them to be here, I also saw a former Bafana coach, Akasto Njenje Polosios. So those are good things, and I feel that even our children, if they can able to touch base with them, they will realize that these are men of blood, and one day they can become like them. Who knew all the way from Mpumalanga, then I can share the stage with such legend. So it shows that anything and everything, it is possible only when you believe, Coach.
Mr. Rone, you've been in school sports for many years. We are getting old now. You've been there. What made you to love sports, especially at school?
Thank you, Chairperson. What I've seen, Coach, I must be honest. When I see these children realizing their dreams, I can tell you, the likes of Percy Tau, from the Clapham in other tournaments, they are from these hands. We created an environment for them to showcase their talent. The Spiwe Shabalala, the list is too much. When I see a player from the school sport making it up to professionally to a point where a player plays in the international level. Look at the guy who scored a goal that took us to top 16. He's from our own hands. He's from school sports, and we are grateful. And that's what blesses our heart from school sports, when we create this enabling environment so that they can showcase their talent. Remember, football on its own, it's a career to them, and they've made it in life. That's what drives us as school sports.
I'm here because I'm talking to an educator who's involved in sports, not only involved, a chairman. Now we understand now that kids, they have to balance education and sport. How are you helping them in that aspect?
Thank you. You see now, let me give you a once program that we are working together with SAFA. At Rosina, there were girls, a girl child. Those girls were selected based on their performance. And guess what? Out of that space from the talent, and those girls were given an opportunity to be at school at Rosina Sidibane, which is an SOS, for free. And where now they are going to be receiving their education so that enables them to become better people. Gone are those days, Chairperson, where those children, where they will have to talk, then they will start saying their English, you start to question it. But now we are making it together in making sure that when they sign even their contract, they understand it from the perspective of academic point of view. So we are too excited. The two can link. It's education and the talent goes hand in glove. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rone.
I'm used to calling you Chair. Thank you so much, Coach. Have a good day.
Thanks very much. You had, when we were talking to Mr. Rone, the chairperson of school sports, you had sports and education. They go in hand this nowadays. If you don't have education, they've said you can't sign those contracts now. You have to make sure that you go to school so that you can be able to read those contracts and you know what you are signing for. It was nice at Clinix, Solomon, Stix, Morewa, Soccer Challenge. It was a launch. See ya when you see us on Champion Circuit. We are with Mr. Phil Chipamugoni, who doesn't need any introduction. We all know him in Soweto. He is making sure that football in Soweto, every corner, every child must have it in his hand. Mr. Phil, It's been my pleasure talking to you. We are here at the launch of Clinix, Stix, Solomoni Morewa Soccer Challenge. Just tell us about the launch today.
Thank you. I thought you have run away from the media. It's good to see you, my coach. We're launching this project. You'll know, 22 years. It's been hectic all the times. We've paid our school fees to make sure that this tournament runs properly. We look at the project in the long term so that the people can also making sure that they can grow, because it's about growth. So we are also says that the clubs, remember, people are coming, young people are coming. When they come, they must not say, but you feel and others used to do the right good things, what about us? So the machine is moving. We're putting the oil on the machine. We're making sure that football helps the social illness in our Kasi. You know, Soweto is a big township in the world. And when you talk about 1,200 teams to 800 teams that are playing week in, weekend out, your under 9 until your seniors, women football, you have now brought the schools on board, because as I said, that ministers comes and say we'll do this and do this, but we don't see the end results. We want the schools in Soweto, all the schools in Soweto from next year to play football, the primary and the high schools. We also want to go to the blind school in Dobsonville. Those children that are blind in Zindin, those are children that can, the dumb schools, Imumu. Now, but they must get an opportunity to play sport. So we are saying every child that wants to kick the ball, we are available to accommodate. And also we want to increase the number of coaches. Remember the last time people like Arthur Zwane, Rulani Mukwena, and Tabo Snow, they come from this project. Now they're professional coaches. We need more professional coaches. We also feel that we want to go back to do administration course. We need more of film rodis. They must come up and come to take the baton. Because at a certain point, we must pass the baton. And thanks to Clinix Health Group, my boss, Dr. Matsike, and his family, and the board of Clinix and the management for supporting this project.
Before Mr. Phil, you can pass the baton. Today you invited also the philosopher, the professor, Mr. Augusto Palacios, and soccer legends. I saw also Tikhang Mapalane was also present today. Why always you like to involve legends when you are hosting?
No, a country without the history, you know, so it's important that these people, they must know, even the current crop of Bafana Bafana, they must not think that football started by them. They were heroes, they were best players better than them, and they must stay humble. You bring Dikhang Mabalane, he's from Soweto, from Letsani. He played the football, you have heard his story. He never had development. He never played for academy. He played a one pal in the street. To show them, then he became a star. Today he's an analyst at Supersport. So these are the things by chances. I brought Sparks here, people like Sparks and Banda. The only goalkeeper, you'll know that his people have never tell you the history. He was never substituted. Since he would become Orlando Pirates goalkeeper, he'd been sitting there as a coach, as a goalkeeper. He played for Orlando Pirates. Then rivals, Kaizer Chiefs, the history of Soweto, your Swallows, your Kaizer Chiefs, your Orlando Pirates. We can't just put them under the carpet. This, our children and our grandchildren, they must know about these things. I brought people like Eugene Zwane. He's from Soweto. He's from Dube. They play this football. So it's important that the people must know about these things. Not from me. They must not hear from me. They must hear from them. I brought Palacios because I've appointed Palacios as technical director of Johannesburg football, because I want Palacios to look at the new model of how can we change football, the football from under 5. Because I came with the idea that 5-a-side where you play under 6, under 7, under 8, under 9. Because football must start early, like a go to crash. We need to go to the crash and make these children to play football. If you want to have these young girls to play football, go to the creche, go to the primaries. Don't go to them when they're in high school, you say they play football, then you start talking about techniques. Start at the early age, bring them on.
I'm happy, Mr. Phil, to hear that you invited also Mr. Augusto Palacios to come and assist with the development of football in Soweto. But I know it will be not only in Soweto, the entire country. Yes, Bafana, they've played. We've reached the last at 32. It never happened before. It's our history. But as an administrator, someone who's always seeing these boys playing, I'm always with supporters on the ground. They are talking about the style of football that will start now to defend. I just want to find out from you, is it because of maybe they don't want to concede or they are scared?
No, I mean, that's why that we'll discuss it. Remember, I sit on the National Technical Committee of SAFA, where we interview the coaches. We'll have to address these things, because my understanding, the form of defense is to attack. What is that we are defending if you don't attack? So these are the things that our coaches from early age, they must learn these things. And also the players. Remember, a coach only play the thing. When you see that the thing is not working inside the field, you players must get together. Then the coach will shout. But when you win, he he celebrate. So players must also be not robots. They must think out of the box to say, but we are not doing the right things here. Why can't we not discredit the coach? And we can see, I mean, that the game. I mean, I know you are talking about the game about Ghana. They were supposed to stand up and say, but coach, guys, let's play, let's score a goal. And then we concede. We'll tell the coach. Remember, the coach without the player, there's no coach. I mean, if you fight them and tomorrow they say, no, we don't want to play, who's he going to use? As a coach, you must also listen to the players. But the players at this level, you must think. You are not going to tell Messi that don't score, don't do this. I mean, you are not going to do that. Why our players are remote? Yeah? These are the things that we need to address with our players. We need to address with our coaches. The technical team must understand.
No, Mr. Phil, you've just said a mouthful. Before we can let you go, you always invite the son of Mr. Solomon Stix Morewa when you are having a lunch. Why?
No, I mean, this tournament we have named it and celebrating his life. You see, in this country, a black man never been celebrated. Go out there and check how many black men are celebrated. There are few. Books are writing. Go and check how many black people are writing the books about themselves. They are not read. But when is a book, Macbeth and whatever, we don't want to that. We've got our own Macbeth in Soweto. People, I mean, I've not seen a book of Maponya in the shelf. Why can't we celebrate the Maponya, Dr. Matani? Why can't we celebrate our giant in Soweto? Why can't we celebrate our best players, Banda? The late Esin Toleng. I've not seen a book about him. I've not seen a book about Jomosono. We're waiting Jomosono to die, then we talk good about him. Yeah, we need to do these things. It's a must that we need to do things. It's not about favor. We need to do them. That's my opinion.
As we are saying, you are 100% right, Mr. Phil, because now even this upcoming new generation, they will know about Mr. Solomon Stix Morewa, because he was the former president of South African Football Association. Mr. Phil, it was nice talking to you. I hope we are going to see a fantastic and outstanding final on the 15th of August.
Thank you, sir. I think we're going to make sure that the final live to its stage. Remember, that stage is not simple. The teams that are going to come and play in that stage and be the finalists, getting a free soccer kit, making sure that I play in Nike, we play national anthem. It encourages the young boys and girls to play more football.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. One tie down.
You heard when we were talking to Chairman of Local Football Association, Mr. Phil Chimpa Mukhodi. It was nice here at Clinix, Stix Morewa, Soccer Challenge Launch. Say ya when you see us on Champions Circuit. We are at the launch, Clinix, Stix Morewa, Soccer Challenge, I'm going to talk to the legend, Mr. Paxton Banda, who doesn't need any introduction. All of us, we know him here in South Africa. He used to be a keeper for Orlando Pirates. He is here to grace this occasion. Let's hear, how does it feel to be here today? Mr. Panda, it was nice seeing you today. Just tell us, how was it when you were here in the Clinix Stix Morewa Soccer Challenge launch?
Well, it has been an honor for me to be invited to come and grace this prestigious launch of an event which is called a Challenge Cup, Stix Morewa Challenge Cup. I think it is an honor and a very great day.
It's not for the first time Mr. Phil Chipamokhodi invite you in the launch. You've been coming in the launch. This competition has 22 years been run by local football association. Do you see this a competition producing best players for South Africa?
In fact, while I was a goalkeeper coach at under 20, the players that I coached there, some of them came from this initiative. I will quote Tulani Sachwayo, one of them. Tulani Serero, one of the other player, also went as far as playing for Bafana as well as playing overseas for Ajax. So a number of good players have been produced by this tournament.
Mr. Kamozo Panda, as you are saying, number of the players, they've been produced by this tournament. Do you see development taking the right direction in South Africa, especially after we went to Mexico and you were there?
In fact, in short, I would say we need more of these kinds of development or clinics or events that brings young players together and develop them on regular basis, starting from the age 9. What I saw in Mexico is something different, far away from what we are actually doing here in South Africa. Because if we can follow outside countries, believe me or not, with the talent that we have, I think all we need is direction, to be directed and knowing exactly what we want to achieve at the end of the day. Because football-wise, yes, as a country we are there, we are competitive, but not to that required standard.
Yes, we are still coming to that standard. I want to remind people at home that you are the only goalkeeper who never used gloves to block the ball. And just tell us, how was it when you were keeping with the bare hands, especially there were gloves, but you opted now to keep with bare hands? Yes, they came late gloves while you were keeping with bare hands, but when the gloves were there, you didn't want to use them.
Well, with me, I didn't understand the significance of using the gloves, because if as a goalkeeper, I have to have a feel of the ball itself. Now, if I'm wearing the glove, that means my feeling senses won't be able to feel exactly whether this is the ball that I'm touching or something else. But now with me, I think I believed too much on natural hands or flesh touching the skin, so that you can feel exactly what is it that you are actually trying to defend.
On the same platform, you spoke also earlier on about mental fitness. You said you broke. You can tell our viewers at home what exactly you've broke on the day when you were the keeper.
Well, in fact, I didn't break as such. On that day, as I said, I will play against Kaizer Chiefs. It was a semi-final, and we were losing 1-0. And I dislocated my shoulder, my left shoulder, and I was to be replaced as a keeper. I refused to leave the field. I actually requested my teammate, which was Stix Mashaba, my captain, to actually assist me in what I wanted to do in order to heal myself. I mentally conditioned my mental strength and asked Stix to put his foot right on my chest and pull my hands so hard that it actually went back into this position, and I continued with the game. It's only after the game when I started feeling the pain, but during the game I couldn't feel the pain at all because mentally I had healed myself. That's why we always talk in terms of mental health and mental fitness.
According to my knowledge, I think they should involve soccer legends in this beautiful game because your history and experience with this game is beyond, And now we've just lost in the last 32 in the World Cup. Now supporters, because we are always on the ground, they always ask why now our football is starting to change now. Our boys, they like now to defend. What would you say about their defensive strategy?
Well, like I'm saying, like you have made mention earlier on, that as legend we need to be involved or in these games. You are quite correct, but that is the biggest mistake that South Africa has made. That is now pushing away their former players, neglecting them completely. And not even actually embracing them for whatever contribution they've put into this country. Moreover, towards the game of football, the game that they love so much. Now, coming to your question, to say, what is it that makes them lose games during the dying minutes? I think the planning part of it counts a lot. And planning goes hand in hand with training. You do everything at your training session. You go into the field of play, it's just a grand rehearsal. You know exactly what you are going to do and what you want to achieve at the end of the day.
Mr. Panda, it was my pleasure talking to you. I hope to see you more developing this a beautiful game that everyone loves in the world.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to develop youngsters. I'm now developing the mind of the old ones. I'm one of the people who is now looking after the legends. The legends are being neglected. We're trying to make a home for them, which is called Samlafa, which is Masters Legends Association. We are looking after them. We're trying to make ends meet for some of them who cannot afford. Today it's very hard to live. The cost of living is very high. Now these guys need to be cared for. Myself, Buddha Matate, and others are actually trying to see that we are going forward and make the legends live and survive. To add on that, good news is that I heard that Stix Morewa Clinix and Department of Education have come together to team up, where I think this is the right platform for us as legends to come in so that we have our legends actually getting involved hands-on. This is where we can start talking in terms of developing youngsters at the school level.
Mr. Panda, it's also my sentiment to see a soccer legend coaching at schools, plowing back, and so that they can make an ends meet, because we all know soccer legends, after their football career, it becomes a little bit difficult. But thanks very much for giving us your time.
Thank you. My pleasure.
You heard when we were talking to our legend, Mr. Paxton Panda, a goalkeeper who never wears gloves to keep, but he was making sure that you won't pass him. It was nice, eh? See ya when you see us on Champion Circuit. Please don't forget to subscribe, because we are going to show you in different ways, even internationally. We are here at the launch at Clinix, Stix Solomon Morewa Soccer Challenge. I'm going to talk to Bobby, the son of Mr. Solomon Stix Morewa. May his soul rest in peace. Mr. Bobby, it was nice today seeing legend and local teams came to grace this occasion. Just tell us, how was it when you saw all these people came in numbers to support this event?
Thank you very much, and greetings to the viewers at home. It was quite touching today. This tournament has been running for 22 years. This is the 22nd year. So we're really excited. I'm really excited about the future of the kids, because of this is a tournament all about development. More so with the news that the tournament will be encroaching into school sports as well. So that was great news. And also happy to see all faces, people who lived with my father. I remember when I was still young, Sparks used to come at home. So many people, Palacios used to live with my father. Brafil is a product of my father. You know, it always feels like home when you're here, you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And again, what I like, your father, I wouldn't say bra, because to me he's a father also. Mr. Solomon Stix Morewa. He has done a lot for local football, not even local, even internationally, because he was the one who ensured that we go and play in the World Cup. Yeah. Do you think his legacy, it has been protected the way you want to?
Yeah, I think there's still a lot of room for improvement, especially from the mother body. But thanks, bigs up to Soweto Football Association and Clinix for specially putting in the money into this project that we see today, producing so many players. So at least we still have Mr. Morewa's name up there, you know, amongst the people who made a great contribution to this country. But definitely there's a lot that can still be done, you know, in honor of his name, because he's done a lot, you know, for so many people, individually, clubs and, you know, institutions and the likes. It's helped a lot of people. So there's still a lot of improvement, you know, yeah, especially from the association itself. Yeah, the mother body. Yeah.
There were a chappies, a little league that he made sure that he nurtured and developed a talent of our kids in Soweto, and you were there. Definitely, you were going with him, seeing them, assisting, helping our youth in Soweto. How was it to see him doing all those things? Because if you are the chairman or president, you don't want to associate yourself with people who are on the ground. But him, he was different. He used to be on the ground most of the time.
Yeah, you're quite right. A lot of people describe him like that, you know, as a very humble person. He would mix with anybody, you know what I'm saying. That was my dad. He never liked to pull rank, you know. Today, as I was speaking, when I sat down, I was sitting next to Dikgang Mabalani, Terminator. He says, you know, Bob, I come from Chappies Little League. It tells you, the way he spoke to me, that he's also proud, you know, to have been a product of this man. He recognized him, he still feels him, you know, he made a difference to him. And those competitions, like really, those are touchy subjects, you know. You Chappies Little League, there was Chappies Little League, I think, Spaletta, there was Toyota, you know, all the levels, under 19, under 20, under. So we don't know where all those things have gone to, you know. Maybe somebody needs to explain why we don't have those things, you know, as a national association, because the program of SAFA is supposed to be very, very, very busy. It's only Bafana that gives highlight to SAFA. Otherwise, yeah, nothing seems to be going on so much for our football, you know. We lost a lot of stuff. You remember we also used to have your Nelson Mandela Challenge, where South Africa used to play with other countries, you know. So we don't have all those activities that my father used to, you know, organize at the time he was president of the South African Football Association. And I get a lot of that from people to say, you know, football is no longer the same since your father left it. And yeah, I have to agree as well, because I was always part of it. There's no excitement. It's just that now lately, at least Bafana performance have improved and people are like starting to, you know. But yeah, that's all about it, Bafana. But without that, you don't see any development, you know, from SAFA as much as you would like to. That's why we are grateful for Clinix, for being sustaining development, you know, and also associated to my father's name. You know, yeah, Clinix is doing a lot as well. You know, we must say very thank you to one, because sponsors don't last this long, you know. Yeah.
I would like to put to challenge you or to put you in the corner here. I would say because you know what your father has done for us here in South Africa, and you know everything. As I'm talking to you, you are also teaching me with things that I didn't know about it. You are teaching me, you know. Now, I want to say to you, why don't you also take the betting and move on with it, because you know what your father was capable of. I think you can be a good, you can't replace a human being, but I would say you can be a good replacement where we will be always seeing your father when we are seeing you.
Yeah, well, that's always been, you know, at the back of my mind, you know. Being exposed to people like Brafil, there's always an opportunity, you know, to work around. So I did contribute my part, because I did work with Soweto Football Association on a voluntary basis. But it's still an ambition for me to see myself and give the kind of contribution that my father used to do. But the only thing that I can remember about my father, it's all about passion, you know what I'm saying? He was passionate. We need leaders or administrators who are very passionate about this, you know, development. Like you saying, you know, there's always this memory. I think when we just got readmitted to international football, I think we played against Zambia, we played against Nigeria, and we were then called 4x4s, ne? And in the last game that we played, it was at FNB, we played against Zambia. Then we were beaten 3-0 or 4-0. You know, after the game, my father sat there at the stadium, at the bench, with everybody have left the stadium. And he was crying, you know. And he stood up from there and said, Bafana is not going to be a laughing stock. Before he left, Safa was number one in, Bafana was number one in Africa. So he really had a plan, let alone the plan, the passion, you know. Because whilst he was sitting here, he was thinking, how are we going to get out of this slump, you know? And he really did something about it, you know. I've spoken to even the late Clive Parker. You know, I had a chance meeting with him, and he said, Bobby, you know what, your father was a great leader. He was a great boss. You know what I'm saying? You could tell from Clive Parker to say that he was working with a good man, and he was enjoying to work with him, you know. So leadership sometimes it needs charisma, you know. We don't have the kind of leadership that they used to have. People who mingle with the players, people that players can look as role model, people that can go to knock through their doors easily and check with players, mix among the players, you know. Even Steve Compella will tell you I was modeled by Mr. Morewa. All the players from 1996, that guy's door was always open. So they used to be motivated, you know, and money was not the main issue, even though today it's all about money. But when my father spoke to them, something happened to those guys, and they will do wonders, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I remember him for. Very, very charismatic, witty, full of jokes, full of life. That's how, and it had an effect on the people that work for him. Yeah.
Mr. Bobby, thanks very much for giving us your time. I hope to see you again in this beautiful game.
Yeah, no, definitely I should be back in football as well. Thank you.
You heard when we were talking to Mr. Bobby Morewa, the son of Mr. Solomon Stix Morewa. It was nice at the launch of Stix Solomon Morewa Soccer Challenge. See ya when you see us on Champions Circuit.